Hey, Philip, is there anything unique to playing against the Steelers as a franchise in terms of the rest of the NFL as far as culture or toughness or something like that, or is that kind of a media concoction?
Um, I think there's a little bit of just the old schoolness to it. Pittsburgh. When you think of Pittsburgh, you think of the Packers. You think of Chiefs. I mean, I guess I could go on and on. You think. I mean, I've always thought of them that way. Even growing up in North Alabama, it was one of the, for whatever reason, they were usually on TV way before Sunday Ticket and all that. That seemed to be the game that we would always get. We'd always get a Steelers game, but shoot, I don't know. I mean, these are the games and times of NFL season you dream about, going to Pittsburgh in December with something on the line. So obviously a heck of a team, and they've kind of kept that, at least since I've been in, and always had even when I grew up watching them, you always thought of them as tough and physical and just that the way they play, and they've kept that as part of their kind of their DNA throughout the last 17 years I've been going against them.
Olivia Ray.
Through these down the stretch here, Phil, we can't let it go. Obviously, we saw a lot of guys react on social media to DeForest Buckner getting snubbed by the Pro Bowl, but I wanted to hear your personal reaction and if maybe this is one of the more shocking snubs.
Well, I mean, I feel like, there's those snubs out there every year. Obviously, DeForest knows how valuable he is to this team. He knows he has the respect of not only this locker room, but, the competitors around the league. And I think at the end of the day, that's what means most to all of us, really, is you respect your guys you compete against, respect in the locker room. So I think, obviously, we all know what he's capable of, but certainly him not being a part of that squad is kind of mind-boggling for sure.
George Bremer.
Phil, we talked to you a little bit about this on Sunday, but the big pass to Hilton, how often during a game do you have that kind of excitement on the headphones? Nick Sirianni was talking about that. Everybody, when they saw the defense and they saw you kind of got it the way it was drawn up, how often does that happen from week to week?
Well, I mean, I think obviously our staff, he does an unbelievable job. We take great pride in our preparation. We talk about it all week throughout not just offensively, in general. The preparation is emphasized more than anything in order to have execution. So when you do, have something, you've repped and had up, and then to get it versus what you're hoping to get it against in that crucial moment of the game, it's definitely exciting. And then obviously you got to execute it, as you kind of see it taking shape. So I don't know. I mean, it definitely happens week to week. Some plays probably go unnoticed on the outside, but there are little wrinkles that come up. Michael Pittman had a catch for 12 or 11 yards there, and we're backed up. That was a big play in sense of things we had worked on all week to try to get it versus that look. So it comes up sometimes in a big way and sometimes not in a big way. That happened to be one that was obviously the crucial point of the game.
Jamiela.
Yeah, Phil, just kind of a weird one, but just curious with playing against Ben Roethlisberger, and you guys have been doing that obviously for a long time. Do you ever kind of think back what a wild draft night that was for both of you guys?
Yeah, no, it is cool. I've always, as I've said to you, with other guys we've gone against, Aaron Rodgers and other guys, certainly we're not playing one another. Neither of us will be on the field at the same time. Obviously got our hands full with that defense. As I'm sure he has a great respect for our defense. But yeah, no, it is cool looking, 17 years later for us to still be playing. And, Ben's had an unbelievable career, but yeah, you think back to that day, all honesty, I thought I was going to be in Pittsburgh. I don't know what he thinks. I had thought he was going to be in New York. So it is interesting to see how it all played out, but yeah, it's always fun. Again, when you look 17 years later and you're going to be out there, leading the team and competing against one another.
Mike Chappell.
Philip, you guys didn't hide the fact that going into the season, you and Frank and Nick, to cut down on the interceptions, it was a primary goal, and you have. How have you been able to do that while remaining aggressive? You've done a pretty good job of balancing the two.
Yeah, I think it's it is a balance. It is a balance because you don't want to play scared. Obviously had some turnovers really that came in bunches in a couple of our losses. So obviously that correlation doesn't always happen, but usually it lessens your chances of winning. Obviously when you've thrown it as many times as I've thrown it in 17, 14, 15 years, whatever it's been since I've been out there, you're going to throw some to the other team. Certainly don't want to. I feel like in a large part, I've always, emphasized taking care of the ball. I certainly had some stretches where I haven't so much and didn't so much last season, but I've always felt like I never have, slighted that and not felt like that was important. So it's always been an emphasis. I think again, with the way the guys have protected up front, it's limited it, some of those turnovers from the pocket, fumble wise, and then just trying to continue to make good decisions. Guys are getting open, separating on time, and get it to our guys. Know when to throw it away, know when to take a sack. Thankfully, we hadn't had too many, but it's week to week. It's play to play. It's every single play. It's play to play. I don't think you ever got it. You never go, oh well, we figured out that we've stopped the turnover, so we're good now. It's play to play, week to week, and we just got to continue to keep doing a good job of that.
Can you be even on more high alert going to Pittsburgh, or that's what they do? They pressure they take the ball away.
Yeah, no question. I think it's always an emphasis. I don't know that. I feel like all the teams I've been a part of, we've always emphasized it. I don't know that you can emphasize it any more than we have here, and not in such a negative way, just emphasizing it and in a positive way of how to protect it. Coach Rathman is obviously a heck of a running back coach. He kind of heads up the ball security team from a standpoint of coaching up the techniques and all that. And then, I think guys just take pride in it in practice. It does help too offensively that our defense all throughout training camp and even, all the time, obviously we're not competing directly against our defense now, but they're constantly poking at it, and it's all about the ball for them too. So I think it helps both sides of the ball as far as taking it away and us doing a good job protecting it.